Imagine waking up, grabbing your brand new Pixel 10, and suddenly realizing you can't open a single app. Messages? Crashes. Maps? Crashes. Even the settings screen barely stays open long enough to tap anything. That's exactly what happened to a wave of Pixel 10 and some Pixel 9 users recently, and for a brief moment, it looked like Google's flagship phones had turned into nothing more than very expensive glass bricks. This wasn't just one of those annoying bugs where a single app misbehaves. This was a complete breakdown, affecting core functionality across the system. Users described it as app-crashing chaos, where almost every tap ended with the same force close message. And the worst part? There was no clear trigger. One minute everything was fine, the next, your phone was essentially unusable. For a device that's supposed to represent the best of Android, that's a nightmare scenario. Why does this matter so much? Because reliability is everything. People can forgive a camera bug or a visual glitch, but a phone that can't launch apps is a total failure of purpose. These aren't budget models. We're talking about Google's premium hardware, the phones that are meant to showcase polished software integration. When that promise breaks, trust takes a hit. And in the competitive smartphone space, where reputation is as valuable as hardware specs, moments like this can leave a mark. Reports said the bug was tied to Google Play services, which makes sense considering how deeply it's embedded in Android. Almost every app, especially on Google's own platform, hooks into Play services for notifications, syncing, permissions, and more. So when that layer breaks, it's like pulling the foundation out from under a building. A few users tried reinstalling Play services manually, and some temporarily got relief, but it was like putting a bandage on a crack in the wall. It wasn't fixing the structural problem. Google, to its credit, didn't let the situation spiral. Instead of waiting for the next scheduled software update or asking users to manually flash a patch, the company pushed a server-side fix quietly in the background. No notifications, no download prompt, just a subtle change that restored stability in the span of a few hours after the issue began to spike. And that was the smartest move possible. Most users probably didn't even know a fix had happened. They just noticed their phone beginning to work normally again. That kind of silent recovery is exactly what you want during a system-wide failure. Imagine if Google had made everyone dig into settings, find an update, or worse, reset their phones. The backlash would have been immediate and loud. Instead, the fix happened behind the scenes, and for many users, the only sign something went wrong was the brief moment of chaos before things returned to normal. Still, there's no denying this was a close call. A bug that can turn your flagship device into a paperweight is a worst-case scenario for any tech company. And for Google, which has spent years trying to strengthen the Pixel brand and position it as a true rival to Apple's iPhone, even a temporary failure like this could have done lasting damage. Brand loyalty builds slowly, but can erode instantly when core features fail. What stands out here is the contrast between panic and recovery. On one hand, users were dealing with completely bricked functionality. On the other, Google responded with the kind of urgency and precision you'd expect from a team that understands the stakes. Multiple internal groups were reportedly pulled in to diagnose and fix the issue, which shows this wasn't brushed off as a minor glitch. It was treated as a crisis and addressed like one. From a user's perspective, this also highlights just how much we rely on invisible software layers we never think about. Play services run quietly in the background, and most people never touch it directly. Yet a single failure there can cripple an entire device. It's a reminder of how tightly integrated modern phone software is, and how a tiny mistake at a system level can ripple across every app we use. In the end, Google avoided a disaster, but the situation leaves one big question: what actually went wrong? There's no detailed explanation yet, and while the fix is welcome, transparency matters too. Understanding what caused the issue is crucial for preventing the next one. Silent patches are great for quick recovery, but long-term trust is built on accountability. If anything, this moment should push Google to tighten internal safeguards. With phones becoming more reliant on cloud-connected components like Play services, even server-side updates need rigorous testing. Because when things go wrong at that level, users don't just lose a feature, they lose their entire device. For now, Pixel owners can breathe easy, but this incident is a reminder that cutting-edge tech isn't just about hardware and AI features. Stability still matters. And sometimes, the biggest win isn't a flashy new feature, it's a quick, quiet fix that keeps your phone from turning into a very sleek-looking paperweight. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.